Well, foremost, I want to start out by giving all praise to YAHAWAH, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash, double honors to the elders and apostles for the edification and knowledge, the Wadiyah, Ba'ashem Yahushai, for putting the spirit of elders and apostles so we can become edified through the spirit of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, regarding the truth and knowledge. Call Haliyah, Yah, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash, give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. 2 Ezra 14:34. Second Esdras 14, 14:34. Therefore, if so be that ye will subdue your own understanding, and subdue is basically get control, and reform your hearts. Reform your hearts is your mind. Lab, mind, heart, and mind. Ye shall be kept alive, and after death ye shall obtain mercy. So changing your mind, subduing the old way of thinking, man, and become revitalized spiritually regarding this truth and knowledge to get understanding. The Lord willing through the Spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yashah. So you have to subdue, get control of those old thoughts. The word subdue. Pretty much that old man and put on the new man of understanding. The word subdue. Subdue, to overcome, quiet, or bring under control a feeling or person. Conquer, defeat, vanquish, get the better of. And that's what we all try to do, man. Even from a carnal aspect. Go to at least do it to the best of your abilities. Everything with balance. Let's go to Mark 3:26. Mark 3:26. This relates to about kingdom divided. If Satan rise against himself and be divided, he cannot stand but have an end. He's going to have an end because it's division within his ranks, man. And ultimately he's going to collapse, man. And that's what's happened. You're seeing that happen right now, man. The division between the two, pretty much the breakage between the separation between the horn, man. So you're seeing that fracture starting to develop, man. Let's go to Isaiah 14:12 through 16. Isaiah 14:12 through 16. I'm going to read 12 through 16. O art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, the son of the morning. Now that's the one, the carnal counterpart of pretty much of the spiritual demon Satan, which is the one in power. That's the one who's ruling, the human counterpart. We'll read that again. How art thou fallen, O heaven? How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, the son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? For thou hast said in thy heart, I will ascend into heaven, because they're trying to be like the Most High, man. And that symbolically, that represents everything they do. They try to pretty much go to the stars, in a matter of speaking. They like that eagle. Eagle's what? The highest bird that soars, man. So they symbolically they represent like that eagle, and plus they want to be like the Most High, man. 13 again. For thou hast said in thy heart, I will ascend into heavens. I will exalt my throne in the stars of YAHAWAH. Pretty much in space, matter of speaking. But they trying to be like a god. So they trying to set themselves very high in the position of authority, just like YAHAWAH. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north, America. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds, and I will be like the Most High. He wants to be like the Most High. 15. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. Because ultimately he's not, Through the use of his technology, he tries to present himself falsifiably like YAHAWAH, man. And his technology is a form of that false godlike power, man. But he can never be it because he just can't. And he's going to be brought down, man. For I build up, but I will bring down, relating to Malachi as well. 16. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made made the earth to tremble, that did shake the kingdoms? That's the one in power, man. This was when it's all said and done. They're gonna look at him like this is the individual that caused all this problem upon the whole earth. And so because he's the least of thee, which is the base of thee, which caused all the problems of the earth, man. So in the end, he's going to be looked down as this is the individual. We're set in the position to have many fear them. So let's go to Shalakia. Galatians 6 and 7. Galatians 6 and 7. Be not deceived, Yahweh is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, he shall also reap. For he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption, and he that soweth to the Spirit shall reap life everlasting. So if you reap of the flesh, you're going to get of the flesh. You reap of the Spirit, you're going to get the Spirit. And let us not be weary in well-doing, for in due season we shall reap and not faint. So we're going to reap the goodness in this truth and not faint, man, because it's going to be everlasting, man. And this basically saying whatever you put into it, you're going to get, that's what you're going to get out of it, whether good or bad, for you can't put something good and expect bad to come out of it, and you can't put something bad in it and expect something good to come out of it. It's equal trade, good for good, bad for bad, and that's what that's the outcome that's going to happen. Let's go to Isaiah 42:22. Isaiah 42:22. Isaiah 42 and 22. But this is a people robbed and spoiled. They are all of them snared in holes, and they are hid in prisons. It relates to ones, the population is in prison, and that's a certain percentage of people that certain category groups of position and certain category groups of people that make up pretty much the major population in the prison system. They've been robbed, they've been spoiled, they've been falsely put in prison. That relates to the apple of the Lord's eye, man. Relates to the so-called blacks, Hispanic, Native Americans, man. They are all of them snared in holes, and they are hid in prisons. They are houses, they are for a prey, and none deliver. For a spoil, and none saith, restore. That's part of the curses. Go to Deuteronomy 28. That talks about, for example, the things that the the so-called blacks, Hispanic, Native Americans had to go through from the oppressive aspect relating to the Deuteronomy 28, because they overlook that oppressive part, man. And it's by design as well, because they don't want to acknowledge it, because they had to acknowledge that a certain nation was responsible for those things relating to Deuteronomy 28, and they don't want to do that, man. So they try to dismiss it. That's called cognitive dissonance, man. Let's go to Exodus 21 and 16. Exodus 21 and 16. He that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hands, shall surely put to death. So ones who are responsible for doing these things are going to put to death. That's the consequence. Revelations 13 and 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall be put into captivity. He that killeth by the sword shall be killed by the sword. So that's what's going to happen, but doublefold relating to in Revelations. So you're going to get the double portion of that you have pretty much distributed upon the Lord's people, man. You're going to get in return worse, doubly worse, twofold worse. That's scripture. Let's go to and that relates specifically to a certain nation that the Lord has an indignation. Indignation is a righteous anger or hatred that the Lord has for a certain specific nation. Ones who are in power, man. The ones that most people say that nation is done away with. Well, if it's done away with, the Lord wouldn't need to come back, man, to execute judgment on the ones in power, man. So that's incorrect. Zechariah, I'm going to read Zechariah 5:1 through 4. This is Zechariah. We'll read Zechariah 5:1 through 4. Zechariah 5:1 through 4. This is Zechariah 5:1 through 4. The number 3 is a point, but I'll read 1 through 4 anyway. Then I turned and lifted up my eyes and looked, behold, a flying roll. Flying roll is how the prophet Zechariah described relating to the chariot. And he said unto me, What seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying roll, and length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof is 10 cubits, pretty much the size of the thing. And then said he unto me, This is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. And that's what's going to come back, man, to execute judgment, man. To execute judgment, and also to deliver, relating to the Lord's people, to deliver the Lord's people, but execute judgment on the wicked, and redeem, relating to the nation of Israel, man, starting with the elect. What they ignorantly call unidentified flying objects or unidentified flying phenomenons. Then said he unto me, This is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. For everyone that stealeth shall be cut off as decide according to it, and everyone that sweareth be cut off as on that side according to it. That relates to ones in power, man, because they stealeth and they swear falsely by the name of YAHAWAH. So the execute judgment is going to be executed upon them for these atrocities, man, for the blasphemies. 4. And I will bring forth, saith the Lord of hosts, and it shall enter in the house of the thief, and and into the house of him that swear falsely by my name. That's the ones in power, man, that did that. And it shall remain in the midst of his house, and it shall consume it with the timber thereof and the stones thereof. So that's that curse. That curse is going to be the chariots, man, executing judgments. Probably bigger than life. Revelations, let me get that real fast to give you an example. Revelations 1 and 7. But he cometh with clouds, everyone shall see him. Them clouds are the chariots, and they also which pierced them. That's the ones who were responsible to pierce him ultimately. But his people, the wicked of the Israelites, were the ones that offered him up for him to be pierced. But they were fulfilling prophecy. They were fulfilling their wicked lot that they were in position to do. But they're going to see him too, man, as well. Read that again. Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him. They're going to mourn, wail, fear, all different types of emotions when they see these things. Heart's going to faint. All kinds of stuff's going to happen because it's something they never seen in their lifetime or ever. Let's go back to Ecclesiastes 9 and 9. We'll go to Ecclesiastes 9 and 9. Ecclesiasticus 9 and 9. To most people, this would sound like a sci-fi, far-fetched or movie. So sci-fi or some movie from you see on TV. But it's not going to be a movie. Scripture says it's not. 9 and 9. I'm going to read Ecclesiasticus or Sirach 9 and 9. Sit not with another man's wife, nor sit down with her in thy heart. Spend not the money with her at wine, lest thy heart incline into her, so through thy desire shall fall into destruction. Because I'm going to go to Proverbs 6:34. Proverbs 6:34. Shalakia for the unnecessary noise. Shalakia 6:34. For jealousy is the rage of a man, therefore he will not spare in the day of vengeance, man. So you commit adultery and her husband find out, he's not going to spare you. You're not going to be able to. 35. He will not regard any ransom, neither will he rest content, though thou givest many gifts. So you're not going to be able to do anything to appease his wrath, man. Let's go to 1 Thessalonians 5 and 3. Shalakia, kind of different scriptures. First of Thessalonians 5 and 3. But the times and the seasons, brother, ye have will start 1. No need that I write unto you, for yourselves know perfectly the day of the Lord shall cometh as a thief in the night, because not many people are not going to expect it. For when they shall say peace and safety, and sudden destruction come upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. And that's what's going to happen, man, because a lot of people think it's going to somewhat get back to normal, but they'll never get back to normal. You're going to wear a mask continually, and certain things are going to be what they are. This is the new normal. But anyway, many people are going to think that get back in that bubble of comfortability, man. Because most of the people are creatures of comfort. So, and many are going to get into that recomfort zone, man. Pretty much go back to sleep again. And so what's going to happen is when they least expect it, then when they say peace and safety, then what? Sudden destruction come upon them because they weren't paying attention to the time and season they were in, man. They overlook that certain things could possibly happen. They were blinded to them. So they had they have no eyes, the eyes to see the obvious, man, because they're blinded. So they're going to be caught unawares. Read that again. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. But ye brethren are not in darkness, that day shall overtake you as a thief. So be paying attention, be sober, be vigilant, be paying attention. And ye are all the children of light and the children of the day. We are not of the night nor of darkness. Therefore let us not sleep as do others. They are asleep, they're blinded, man. Their eyes open, but they're not seeing it. But let us watch and be sober. That's the thing. Watch and be sober, so we won't be overtaken unexpectedly on that day, man. Be watchful, be sober, be vigilant, man. Let's go to Psalm 7, 9, and 11. Psalm 7, 9, and 11. This is Psalm 7, 9, and 11. We'll start at number 9. Oh, let the wickedness of the wicked come to an end. One in power, but establish the just. For righteousness YAHAWAH trieth the hearts and reins. My defense is of YAHAWAH, which saveth the upright in heart. This is the righteous. God judgeth the righteous, and YAHAWAH is angry with the wicked every day. So the Lord is angry with the wicked. 7 and 11 make that the point. The Lord is angry at the wicked, so he's not with the ways of this kingdom, man. How the operation, how it's being handled, who's running it, how they running it, and their management and rulership skills, man. So the Lord is not impressed with the ways of this society. Quite frankly, he's very angry at this society, man. But he has to be patient because he's bound to his oath, man. He would love to destroy this place just with a snap of a finger, man. But he's bound by certain things, and certain things have to be fulfilled in order and decency, man. 1 Corinthians 14 and 40. Let everything be done decently in order. I'm going to read 14 and 16. Behold, he travaileth with iniquity. He hath conceived mischief and brought forth falsehood. That's the wicked. He made a pit and digged it, and is fallen into the ditch which he has made, because he made it for the righteous for them to fall in, but in reverse he fall into it. 16. His mischief shall return upon his own head, and his violence and his violent dealing shall come down upon his own head. So it's going to backfire and come back on him. Let's go to 2nd Ezra 16 and 21. Go to that one. Behold, victuals shall be good. Behold, victuals, which is pretty much food, supplies, shall be so good cheap upon the earth. They that they shall think themselves to be in a good case, and even then shall evils grow upon the earth, the sword, the famine, and great confusion. So they're going to be comfortable. Like I said, when they say peace and safety, then sudden destruction. So unknowingly, that false sense of peace and safety and security, evils are growing, man, because things are looking like they're trying to rebound in some manner, but that's the false optical illusion, because the evils are growing continually, man. Things is happening, and because of that, they're gonna be taken by these different plagues and calamities. 2 Ezra 8:50. Let me get it. For many great miseries shall be done unto them in the latter times, and that's what's happening. You see many great miseries, earthquakes, and all different types of things. Earthquakes on a daily basis, floods. There was one flood in one of them countries where it was foaming. The water was foaming white. So all different calamities and atrocities are happening upon different parts of the world, man. For many great miseries there shall be done unto them in the latter times shall dwell in the world. Because what? They have walked in great pride, man. That's why it's happening. You know what I mean? The Lord is angry at the wicked every day. Psalm 7:11, man. So he's allowing his visitation to come upon this earth, man. Let's go to let me recite that. 2 Ezra 9:1. Shalaki. Good spirit. And he answered me then and said, measure thou time diligently in itself. How you measure it? By paying attention to things that's going on in society and filtering it through the scriptures. Prophecy that's happening. Different things that's happening all over the world. You measure it by the scriptures in the Bible are the measuring tool for measuring the things that's going on in society, man. And he answered me and then said, measure thou time diligently in itself, and when thou seest the parts of the signs past, which I had told thee before, then shall thou understand that is the very same time what the Lord is beginning to visit what he has made, man. Which he has made. And that's what the Lord is doing. He's visiting the earth which he has made. Daniel 8:25. Daniel 8:25. And through his policies also he shall cause craft. Craft is cunning works relating to his policies, his laws, decrees, creatively in a cunning manner. I'll read that again. And through his policies he shall cause craft to prosper in his hands, using policies that to his advantage to what don't benefit the majority of the people. And he shall magnify himself in his heart of pride, and by peace shall destroy many. By a false sense of peace, he's going to destroy many, using his policies in craft to pretend to benefit the majority of people, but it's not, man. And he shall also stand up against the prince of princes, and he shall be broken without hand. It relates to, go put that with Revelations 12:7. Ones and powers and their angels, the wings versus Yahweh Shai and the angels, man. Also, second Esdras 11, also second Esdras 13 chapter. So by these policies and things, by the using of these policies in a craftful, tactful, methodical way, he's lifting himself up ultimately to cause, to try to benefit using these policies with a false sense of peace. But ultimately it's going to be against the people, man. And it's not going to be to the advantage. It's not going to be to their advantage. It's going to be to their disadvantage. This was something short. YAHAWAH. I hope it helps whoever listens in some way. I want to give all praise to YAHAWAH. Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem Rakakadash. Shalom. Thanks.